It's time for a new Blitz. I'm Brian Carter here at Habersham Central with head football coach Benji Harrison. Coach, I always appreciate your time and just want to congratulate you. A 3-0 start. Seems like you couldn't ask for anything better right now to start your season.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we're excited. Obviously our kids are excited about how we've started out, our community, our student body. So definitely been a good start, and hopefully we can keep improving.
Is it something that's really sunk in yet? Because I know for the community, they're well aware at this point that this is the first time the team's gone 3-0 to start a season since 1990, which is even before the Tavares King days, because usually they would have a tough game scheduled right off the bat. But, has it really sunk in for the guys yet?
I think so. I think so. I think they're enjoying it. They're enjoying the moment. We talk about that a lot, just being in the moment and enjoying it. You get this experience in high school one time, especially for our seniors. So I think they're really enjoying it. They're really enjoying walking through the halls at school. There's a buzz going on at school, and so I think it's sunk in. And now our job is just to keep them focused, which I don't think will be a problem with these kids because we still have to improve. We're not where we need to be yet.
Well, and it's one thing to be happy about being 3-0, but from an outsider looking in and being around your team, it really, you guys have made a huge statement with the last two wins because they weren't just easy. You had to fight through some resiliency and make a comeback win against White County with a couple of touchdowns late. Then you had to make a little bit of a comeback against Franklin and then make a humongous defensive stand to win that game. Talk about what you've liked out of your team when in those two close games.
Yeah, just their desire, the effort they've played with there late in the game, just their effort. I mean, that's really the big thing. The effort they've played with late in these last two ball games and just the refuse to lose attitude. As a coach, you can't really ask much more than that from your guys. You talk to them all the time about playing four quarters. It's never over till the horn sounds. And our kids, I just couldn't be more proud of them. It says a lot about the type of kids that we thought we had on this team this year. We really did. We thought we had a bunch of guys that would play hard for each other, that wanted to get Habersham back where it needed to be. They've done everything we've asked them to do. So for that part, it's really not a surprise that they've responded when adversity has hit. But those two we've won the last 2 weeks have been a little close, and I'm kind of getting a little tired of those,
Yeah.
and they're weighing on me pretty hard.
Yeah, a lot of us are about to have a heart attack most of those games. But I would be remiss if I did not even ask this question, so I'd have to ask it for other people. I wasn't freaking out as much, but a lot of people were to see Michael Babers come out of the game against Franklin County. What can you speak on for his injury, his timetable for his return, and the level that he'll return, hopefully Friday night against Stevens County?
Yeah, he rolled his ankle a little bit. Wasn't a severe ankle sprain. Just tweaked it a little bit. We thought that he could have probably came back in the other night, but we just didn't feel like that was the best move for him at the time. Till we knew exactly what was wrong. We feel like he's going to be ready. We think he'll be at practice and be ready to go today, and we expect him to play Friday.
Other than, of course, you being a man of great character, everyone knew that when you came in and took over this program. But everyone was excited also to see you bring in the offensive scheme and throwing the ball a little more than we've seen in years past. And Cole Wilbanks did a great job last year. This year we're seeing even better things out of him. What can you say about his play so far?
I mean, the big thing you notice with Cole, it's his second year in the offense. He's a lot more comfortable with the things we're doing. And being comfortable equals being more confident. He's a smart guy. He knows what we're trying to do with each play call. As a senior, he's able to handle a little bit more. We can put a little bit more on them. Everybody knows Mike, and we want to get the ball to Mike. But for our offense to really be successful, we've got to be able to throw the football as well. And he's done a nice job protecting the football. And he's been able to move in the pocket. I think that's the big thing. He's moving because he's healthy. Last year he wasn't healthy. And he's been able to, keep some plays alive that maybe last year he wasn't. So he's playing like a senior should in the second year of the offense, and he needs to continue to play well for us to reach the goals that we have as an offense and as a team.
And defensively, you got to be proud of what you're seeing so far, too. 2 games out of the 3 that you've held your opponents to 14 or less points. Got to be proud of the way they're playing, I imagine, as well.
Yeah, we are. The big thing, we still have some improvements to do. I thought this last week we didn't tackle near as well as we should have. But so we've been a little bit between the 20s, But the ultimate goal is to keep them out of the end zone. Sure. And when it came – the opportunities we had to stop and create a defensive stand, we were able to do that. I'm really proud of how they've been playing. I think they really understand and got a good grasp of what we're doing defensively and what we're asking them to do. But at the end of the day, defense comes down to the schemes and all are very important, but it comes down with just getting everybody the football and playing extremely hard. I think we're doing that. I still think there's room for improvements, just like on offense. There's room for us to improve, and that's the key. We're 3-0, yes, but we're nowhere near where we've got to be in order to do what we want to try to accomplish this year.
So like you said on defense, you got the bend, don't break mentality. A lot of teams have that too, keeping them between the 20s, making the big stop like you did against Franklin County. But the ultimate test, I would think, is coming up, and it hasn't happened yet, and that's Friday night at Stevens County. Definitely going to be a challenge being on the road, and I'm sure there's a little added motivation for you because you were a standout player at Stevens County. Talk about your feelings going into this matchup personally, and also being focused on what your team's got to do.
It's a big one. This game is simply one that I always look forward to as a player, and it's a big game. It's two great communities that support football. Yeah. So when you bring those two things together on Friday night, it's going to be, I think, a great atmosphere. Obviously, it's a big game. For neither one of us does it have any bearing on playoffs or anything like that, but it's just a game as a player that to me seems like, how would you not want to play in this game? Right. There'll be a packed house on both sides. It should be a lot of fun. This to me is what high school football is all about. Your rival right next door and getting to play them. Yeah, they're a good football team. There's no doubt, and we've got to play well. We've got to prepare really well this week. And, and I talked to our kids about that this morning. We just got to go out and let's play. Let's play extremely tough and physical. And at the end of the night, let's see where that leaves us, But I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think everybody is. Again, like you said, a huge arch rival matchup. I know they've won 11 in a row, so looking for you guys to break that streak and finally get that back here at Habersham Central. But going back to, you being a man of good character, your faith in Christ speaks for itself. But you've instilled like a feeling around this team of family, a bond that you can see it because it translates usually into wins as well. But you can tell these guys really, the chemistry is really there. How much does the faith that is instilled in this team and their family mentality, how much does that translate to the wins?
I think it's huge. I think as a football coach, obviously we all want to win games and we all want to be successful between the lines. But for me, and I know a lot of coaches are like that, for me it's so much more about being successful outside the lines. Sure. They know me. I don't leave much hidden from them. They know where I stand on things. They know I care about them. They know I love them. So I think they trust me. And I think in turns they trust each other. We've got a pretty cool thing going on in this team. We've got a lot of guys that are really getting tight, that are really opening up with each other. They really get along well. For me, it's been really a joy to just sit back and watch that and watch those things unfold and kids that are just not only becoming better football players, but are becoming better young men. So for me, that's a win-win. It doesn't get any better than that, and hopefully we continue to do those things and pour into these kids, and hopefully when they leave our program, they're better when they came.
Absolutely. You're doing a great job here, and congratulations on a great start. Looking for much more throughout the season. Can't wait to see you guys finish out the season strong. Really appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, when we come back, we're going to have a couple of the senior players here on Blitz.
The most versatile cooking device ever. Is it a grill, an oven, or a smoker? Yes, it's the Big Green Egg, and you can get yours now at Bob and Ted's Trophy in Clarksville, an authorized gold certified dealer. The Big Green Egg stands alone as the most versatile barbecue or outdoor cooking product on the market, with more capabilities than all other conventional cookers combined. From appetizers to entrees to desserts, the Big Green Egg will exceed all of your expectations for culinary perfection. Bob and Ted's offers 6 convenient sizes to choose from, and all the egg accessories you'll ever need. Whether novice or expert, come see why the Big Green Egg is the only outdoor cooker you will ever need.